Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and we are on day 3 of 24 days of foundation. So if you are just joining, I decided to challenge myself to do 24 days of foundation in the month of December. So happy December 3rd if you're catching this when I upload. And I thought it would be fun. I have a lot of complexion products. I love to test and try complexion products. It's just one of my favorite things about makeup. And I thought it'd be fun to try to do an upload, so hopefully I don't miss any here throughout my upload schedule for December. But yeah, I do luxury beauty, get readies with me, unboxings. I try to do some hauls at least once a month. And I mean, I'm no makeup artist. I just am somebody that loves makeup and I love watching content. So I decided to find a creative outlet for myself. And today for day 3, we are going to be testing out, let me see what I put in my bag over here. We're going to be using the Givenchy Prisme Libre Skin Caring Glow Foundation. This is in the shade, for me it's in 2-in-120, I think is the shade, 2-in-120. I think I've only used this a handful of times since I have purchased it. I'm going to turn on my little light over here so we avoid a shadow. And yeah, again, I'm challenging myself to work my way through some of my foundations. Every day I am using the same skincare. I'm priming with the Charlotte Tilbury UV primer, poreless primer, I think it is, the SPF one. And then the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Water Cream. That's what I'm using every day through these 24 days of foundation, just so we can stay consistent with what's underneath the foundation. I'll give you my thoughts. If I have time, I'll check in. I owe you a follow-up from day 2 because I didn't have any check-ins in that video. And yeah, I'm 35. I am a mom of 2. I have normal to dry skin and I do Botox. I haven't gone in quite a while and I do have lip filler. That's the only filler that I have on my face. So let's go ahead and get started. I think that's everything that you will need to know. Everything that I'm wearing today will be linked down below. As a reminder, if you shop any of my links down below, I do earn a small commission, but it does go directly back into my channel. So it doesn't cost you anything to shop through my links if you click on the links that you find down below or visit my shop then you will be shopping through my links. And again, I earn a small commission that just goes straight back to the channel because it is a tiny commission. So I just squirted a little bit on my hand of the Givenchy Prisme Libre foundation, not runny. It's definitely a thicker consistency, holding my hand up here, not really moving. And then today to blend my foundation out, we're going to use a brush that I picked up during Black Friday, the BK Beauty 107. It's a flat brush. And we'll just kind of dot this on my face here. This might be a little light for me. It is definitely fragranced, It'll probably dissipate here rather quickly. Let me grab my mirror. So I'm sure the scent will dissipate rather quickly, but it is fragranced. All right, so I have this on. Again, same underlayer or base for my foundation that I have been using. And this is the first time I've used this flat brush from BK Beauty, but I love all their brushes and this is no different. A little fluffier. More of like a swiping motion than a patting motion here. And while as I'm dropping and throwing my brush everywhere, let me pull up a little bit more about this foundation. So the Prisme Libre Skin Caring Glow Foundation, I'm assuming it will have some sort of skincare ingredients. That's a theme that we've seen here, I feel like, for the year, all about skincare within your foundation. It's not a massive, like, must for me. I don't think I use any foundations consistently enough to reap the benefits of any skincare within my foundation, but I guess it's better than better than nothing. So this, okay, perfect. Just as I was thinking, I was assuming this was a light coverage foundation, but retails for $55. You do get 1.01 fluid ounces or 30 mLs. It is non-comedogenic, so supposedly non-pore clogging. Long wearing, doesn't say anything as far as like the time, just says long wearing. Light coverage, alcohol-free, radiant finish, and without silicones. So definitely is light coverage, but it is a really pretty coverage. I would say like I'm getting a nice perfected look. Definitely a radiant finish, maybe not super radiant, but like a natural radiant finish. And again, alcohol free, but it does have fragrance here. Whether that's natural fragrance or not, I don't know. Says a skincare foundation hybrid that delivers light buildable coverage with skincare benefits. Coverage light, finish radiant, formulation liquid. Plant-based glycerin provides 24-hour hydration while absorbing easily onto skin and maintains skin moisture barrier. It does have coconut oil, so provides lightweight feeling to the skin and doesn't clog pores. Some people do struggle with coconut oil, so that's just a call out. Meets skincare as hydration and looks of flawless coverage blend into one formula. Sheer, breathable, buildable finish, providing radiant and luminous makeup results for up to 12 hours of glow. Hydrating, smoothing ingredients, so lots of claims on hydration within this foundation. But yeah, I mean, that's really it there. So skincare benefits, light coverage, radiant finish. I would agree with all of that, except for, of course, I can't speak to any of the claims on the skincare benefits. And again, $55 for this foundation, 1.01 fluid ounces, pretty standard amount of foundation. All right, so that is on. I'm actually not going to build this up. I'm okay with the coverage as it is. So let me zoom you in. There we go. Again, if you're new here, I have a window on this side of me. So I do use one light over here just to create, or to make sure that I don't have too much of a shadow. But you will see like the natural light over on that side. You can see I have some texture on my skin. My skin tends to pull red on my face. Wrinkles. A little bit of like hyperpigmentation here. You can still see everything. But again, yeah, I would say just like a perfecting look. Let's zoom you back out. Okay, looked very washed out there for a second, but in the mirror, it does look like a pretty decent shade match here. And then as I'm pulling out some of the other items that we're going to use today, I did also want to follow up with how the Chantecaille foundation went, and it was amazing. Anybody that's talked about, I'm using the LYS Brozner Stick, anybody else that has given that foundation a rave review, it's definitely earned. That foundation was absolutely beautiful. It looked so perfected. It felt like absolutely nothing on my skin, using the same BK Beauty 107 to just blend in my cream bronzer. It was like so undetectable, like feeling wise on my skin, but also like my skin just looked flawless, but not like a fake flawless, if that makes sense. I loved like the cooling. I forget how pigmented this bronzer is. This bronzer has so much hype and love on like TikTok. I'm guessing because of Meredith Duxbury, but honestly, it's so pigmented that like it's not my favorite stick bronzer. In my yearly empties, I have my Milk Makeup bronzing stick, and that's like my all-time favorite. I haven't repurchased it because I'm trying to work through some other products that I have. Like, it makes no sense to repurchase when I have other products I have to get through, or else they'll go bad. And I'm definitely not being sent any PR with how small my channel is. Like, I've paid for all this makeup and I need to work through it. No shade to anybody that gets PR, hopefully one day. But yeah, I just need to work through some of my other products. But this is so pigmented. I just feel like it's too much. Like you have to use such a light hand, but it's meant to kind of like draw the contours of your face. So I use the shade Motivate, but I don't know. I can't decide if I like this product or not. It's so creamy too that it like kind of, I have so much to work through. Okay, well, we'll get through it. We will eventually finish it. Hopefully. I don't want to throw it away. I don't want to be wasteful. Going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Pinkgasm Glow Wand. And then this is a BK Beauty 112 small angled brush. Really precise little blush brush. And then we'll throw concealer on here in just a second. Kind of wish I did that after the bronzer, but I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Try to blend this into the bronzer. This bronzer is also so orangey for my skin. I don't know. I just don't care for it, I guess, really, in the end. It's fine. It's just not great. For my concealer today, I'm going to go in with the Dior Backstage Concealer. This is in the shade 0 in. Also not sure I love this concealer, but I love the little brush. I love my Dior, my other concealer. Used it in yesterday's video. The, I think, Forever Skin Glow or Skin Correct. That Dior concealer I love. However, that concealer is fragranced and the Dior Backstage is definitely not fragranced. All right, just grabbing my brushes here. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a Morphe M536. Morphe is like one of my least favorite brushes, but I have some and it's clean to just blend out my concealer here. A little big. Alrighty. Once I started using BK brushes, I just feel like any other brush doesn't live up to the hype for me. This is a pretty decent Morphe brush, but if I'm going for a Morphe brush, I'm like looking, or if I purchase a Morphe brush, it's like, oh, I need a inexpensive, like quick brush for, or quick shape that I want to test or something like that. And just kind of press everything into the skin, try to get it blended out. The bronzer is just so heavy. Okay. Alrighty, foundation and other products are on. Again, I think I mentioned this in day one of my videos, but I'm trying to keep my makeup consistent to how I would always do it. So I'm not gonna not set, I'm not gonna not use the other products, the other cream products that I would use. I just wanna see how it performs with how I normally would do my makeup. That's the goal here. It's not to make any adjustments, not to just see how the foundation wears, but like, how does it wear in my regular everyday makeup? And again, just to get some content out here for you guys, kind of learn a little bit more about what I like to test out, and then get to know you. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. But let's go ahead and set the face now. I'm gonna use my Chanel Loose Powder. This is in the shade 1-2, in the shade 12. And I'm gonna go in with, again, the Sephora 99 brush for setting under the eyes and setting my face. This is one of my favorite brushes to set under the eye. It just kind of moves, or like fits perfectly in my little eye socket here, go on top of the eye. But it's also big enough for the rest of my face. Get my smile lines down into my chin. Anywhere essentially that I wouldn't put another powder product, like another powder bronzer or powder blush. On top of the eyes, forehead. 11s. Again, smile lines. And then I actually think before I go in with my powder bronzer, I'm going to take a big fluffy brush. Let's see what I have here. BK Beauty 102 big fluffy brush. I think this might be their bronzer brush, but I'm just gonna go and do a light dusting. Hopefully kind of cancel out some of the harshness of that bronzer, and then we'll go on top with my powder bronzer. I do like to wear, I do like to set my face. I do like to wear powders over my creams because I feel like as powders wear, the creams will shine through, and it just helps with the lasting ability of my makeup. That's a personal preference. That's just how I like to do things, but that's just a heads up before how I like to do my makeup. I'm gonna go in with something a little more precise. Morphe X Ariel brush. This is the A58 for my powder bronzer, and we're gonna use the Haus Labs powder bronzer, light level 3. This is the Power Sculpt Velvet Bronzer. I've had this for a while and I have not used it. Tap off my brush just in case. Okay, not insanely pigmented. So speaking of Haus Labs, because I mentioned this in my video yesterday, but Haus Labs foundation, which I think I will do in my 24 days of foundation, is also filled with like arnica and some good skincare ingredients, like the Chantecaille was as well. So I mentioned that yesterday, and just while I'm thinking about it, because I can't get that Chantecaille off of my brain, that foundation is definitely a new holy grail. Blush, I'm going in with Valentino number 4 and a Sephora 55 Pro foundation. It's my favorite blush brush, even though it says Pro foundation. There we go, going on top. Perfect. Alrighty. So base or complexion is done. And what did I bring with me today for eyes? I'm gonna throw on a little Kosas Air Brow. This is in the shade Brown Black. Perfect. This is my lazy girl brow. Don't feel like filling in. So I've been super tempted to purchase a Clé de Peau eyeshadow quad. I can't decide if I want to do Beach Pebbles or I think it was Sand Dune number 1. If you have any of those, let me know down below in the comments what you think. I love Chanel shadows. I love something that's not like crazy pigmented, because at some point, I just heard somebody else talking about this. At some point we decided like pigment means super high quality. I just feel like that's, I mean, it's not, I don't know. I don't think that that's like the end all be all. Like, I think that Chanel has beautiful quality, yeah, there we go. Beautiful quality eyeshadows, but they just don't have a ton of payoff right away, but it's that nice, like light, natural makeup that you can build. And I've heard that the Clé de Peau shadows are very similar, and I love the Chanel formula. So if you have any of those, let me know down below if you'd be interested in me picking one up or seeing a review or seeing my thoughts. Not that I'm anybody, but if you want to see my thoughts, let me know down below. Happy to provide them. They're not new on the market, but I do like to wait sometimes for things, because sometimes it's like, is somebody still talking about it? Are they still, you know, or were they just talked about because they were brand new, or is there still hype around them? But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm gonna go in with the Luminescent eye shade from Chantecaille in the Giraffe shade. I mentioned yesterday I really want to pick up more of these. I have now Lion that I picked up during Black Friday if you watched my haul. And yeah, I just want to continue to collect some of these. I'm actually pre-filming this, and there's still a Chantecaille sale as I'm filming, so I might just go on, pop on and grab like 2 more for 30% off. And then if you want more Chantecaille recommendations, I'm really, really loving the brand, and I really love their blushes as well. They have like a nice luminosity to them. They're philanthropy blushes. And then I was mentioning yesterday in my video, I really want to pick up the blur powder. So if you have the blur powder and you didn't comment on yesterday's video, let me know down below what your thoughts are, but I do think it would be nice, and I'm interested to see how it compares to the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter setting powder, because that's so blurring and perfecting as well. And as I'm doing this, I'm thinking, wow, I had a missed opportunity. I could have used the Givenchy Prisme Libre loose blush and the setting powder, but we didn't do that today. Okay, so compared to Lion, I do like Giraffe a little bit more. It's a little bit deeper and a little bit more neutral versus warm. The Lion is definitely more of a copper shade, but they're both stunning. These have such a sophisticated like glitter shine to them. I did debate using the RMS eye light today as well, but maybe I will use this tomorrow. We will see. I brought both with me because I wasn't sure what I was feeling. I still need to put on a lip and put on some mascara. Instead of using my Give Beauty mascara, today I brought in the Diorshow Mascara, and this is actually in brown. So the Diorshow Mascara in brown instead of black, which I have not jumped on the brown shadow or brown mascara bandwagon yet. I was hesitant mainly because like my hair is so dark that it feels like it makes sense to have black lashes instead of the brown, because I have such dark lashes anyways. But I just kept seeing so many people look so pretty with their brown mascara on that I was like, I just have to do it. I haven't used Diorshow mascara in a very long time. I love the brush on this, very basic brush, but sometimes basic is best. We don't need to try to reinvent the wheel when it comes to a mascara wand. If it works, it works. We don't need any sort of crazy looking applicator. The Give Beauty one's kind of crazy with its little like head, little top, and it's a rubber bristle brush, which sometimes is a little pokey. Normally I go away and come back with my mascara on. I don't wear false lashes. I used to wear them all the time in my 20s. I just think it doesn't look super natural anymore. It's just not the look that I prefer. So I never really put on any falsies, not even with special occasion makeup. I do use Revitalash Lash Serum pretty regularly, so that helps with my lash growth and thickness. Even though I'm having a bad lash day over here on the right, that's okay. And then, yeah, I just prefer to not use any extensions or falsies anymore. Maybe one day at a time in a place, but it just doesn't work out for my lifestyle right now. Okay, so this is the final look without any lipstick on yet. I think I have a gloss here. Okay, we'll use, here on my desk, I have a Tarte Glamazon gloss, a little snake around it. We'll throw this on just to complete the look right now. I will likely go use some setting spray and throw on a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. Here, assume this is just a nice neutral pigmented gloss. I think I picked that up from QVC. Okay, so here is the final makeup look today. Let me zoom you back in. Trying to keep these videos a little shorter. Here's the foundation. Definitely blurred out that harsh line from the liquid bronzer, kind of. I don't know, you can still kind of see it. It's not my favorite, obviously. But we do have light coverage. Yeah, this looks patchy here. That's the bronzer. I don't think that's the foundation, but light coverage, patchy bronzer, radiant finish. However, I cut that down a little bit with powder, but that'll start to show through here in a little bit. Yeah, this bronzer just doesn't look good. I think I might just trash it instead of try to make it work. I don't know how to use any filters on my camera, so I don't think there's any filters on my camera. Try to show you real skin, real lines, cutting off that light that's in front of me. So you just have natural light coming in from this side, obviously. There is the giraffe shadow, just a little one and done. Yeah, that bronzer is like such a harsh line. I don't like that. I'm gonna work on trying to blend that out a little bit. And then again, it looks very patchy, but I don't think that's the foundation. Like, to me, that's just the bronzer stick underneath. I just don't like it. Alrighty, so there is the finished look. There is the foundation. I'll do some check-ins here throughout the day. Let me zoom you in a little bit more. Check-ins throughout the day if I can or if I remember. If not, I'll update you on tomorrow's video on day 4. But yeah, that is the look, and thank you so much for watching. I'll link everything I'm wearing down below. Leave your comments, your questions down below. Happy to answer, happy to chat with you guys in the comment section. Thank you so much. Give this video a like if you like this video. Subscribe down below. Hit the bell notification to be notified on all of my 24 days of foundation videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.